Hi students, welcome to the next session of gravitation. So my name is Fanindra and I am lecturer in physics in working in Vignan institutions. So let us continue our discussion regarding the chapter gravitation. So in the last session of video, we have covered what is meant by Kepler's law, universal law of gravitation, and the gravitational constant, universal gravitational constant capital G. So in this session of the video, let us discuss what is acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth. What happens to the acceleration due to gravity when the object is above the surface of the earth and below the surface of the earth? And what are the factors that are affecting the acceleration due to gravity on different planets? So is acceleration gravity constant everywhere or it changes? So let us see in this session of the video. So what is meant by acceleration due to gravity? So that is acceleration due to gravity on the earth. So if a force on the body is due to the gravity of the earth or the planet. So let us suppose there is an object placed on the surface of the planet, or let us consider it to be an earth. There is a object of mass m is placed. So now the force acting on this object due to the gravitational force of the earth and the acceleration acquired by this body is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity. So if the force is acting on the body due to the gravitational force of the earth, then the planet, then the acceleration of this body is considered to be acceleration due to gravity of the planet or that earth. So if you see, let us suppose the force acting on this body be F. The force acting on the body should be, what is the force acting on the body when it is placed on the surface or a table? Which is nothing but the forces are acting on mainly the weight of the body mg acts downwards due to the gravitational force. So which is equal to mg, where this ma is equal to mg, mm gets cancelled and acceleration is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity. This acceleration g is called acceleration due to gravity of the planet. Here if we consider the planet as earth, then the g is the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. So this acceleration due to gravity, whose SI units are meter per second square, same as the units of acceleration, or which can also be written as g is equal to F by m, which means Newton per kg. Is the SI units, and it's a dimensional formula. Dimensional formula is m power 0, L power 1, T power minus 2 is the dimensional formula. Now is this g is a vector quantity or a scalar quantity? Of course, as it g is the acceleration, it is a vector quantity. So it is a vector quantity whose direction is directed always towards the center of earth. It is always directed towards center of earth. Always directed towards the center of the earth, right? And this g value is almost constant on the surface of the earth. We consider this g value as g is equal to approximately equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So in solving the problems, we consider the value of g as 9.8 meter per second square. We consider it almost same everywhere on the earth's surface. So but actually the g value changes as we go upon the surface of the earth as we move to higher altitudes, or g also changes if we move towards the center of the earth. Towards the center of the earth also the g value also changes, and g, the value of the g also changes with the altitude or latitude. So it is different at poles, it is different at equator. So in this session of the video, let us see how this g, the value of g changes, and what are the factors the value of the g depends upon for the different planets on the surface of the earth. As approximately it is equal to 9.8 meters per second. So but how we can calculate this g value? So let us see. Okay students, now let us see what is the acceleration due to gravity on the earth. So how can we calculate this acceleration due to gravity, and what are the factors that are dependent of acceleration due to gravity? So let us consider a planet. Let us consider this as a planet whose mass is capital M, and let the radius of the planet is r. Okay, so here a small particle or a small object of mass small m is placed on the surface of this planet, right? So the distance from the object to the center of mass of the planet, where total mass of this planet is concentrated, is nothing but the center of mass. So the distance here is nothing but the radius r. So let us see what are the forces acting on this particle. So as these are the two masses, there is a gravitational force acting on this. The gravitational force acting on the body is, gravitational force can be written as gravitational force. Formula of the gravitational force is nothing but gravitational constant g into product of their masses, that is capital M into small m, divided by distance between the two particles, that is nothing but the r square. So this is the gravitational force between these two particles. When this body is placed on the surface of the planet, there is some force acting, is nothing but the weight of the body acts downwards. So the weight of the body is nothing but mg. So as this both are in rest condition, that both the forces should be equal, which means g capital M small m by r square is nothing but m into g. Here gets cancelled, gets cancelled. So g is equal to g capital M by r square. G capital M by r square is the value of small g. So it is nothing but the relation between small acceleration due to gravity of the planet and the universal gravitational constant. G is equal to g capital M by r square. Now by substituting the value of g, that is 6.6165 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meters per meter square per kg square, and by substituting the mass of the planet and the radius of the planet, we can calculate the acceleration due to gravity of that planet. So for earth, if we substitute the values for the surface of the earth, the acceleration due to gravity g is equal to, which can be calculated approximately equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So this acceleration due to gravity depends upon the mass of the planet and the radius of the planet, right? So if you want to improvise for solving the problems, if radius and density are given, if suppose in the problems radius and density are given, so we need to convert this formula, mathematical formula, in terms of radius and density only. So in terms of g in terms of radius r and density rho of the planet, let density of the planet be rho. So mass of the planet can be written as mass is equal to volume into density. So mass m is equal to volume is nothing but a Planet is nothing but approximately you can calculate it as a sphere whose volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. So by substituting this value in this, G is equal to capital G into 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho divided by r square here, which is r times. So G is equal to 4 by 3 pi G r into rho. So in terms of radius of the planet and density of the planet, we can write it as G is equal to 4 by 3 pi G into r into rho. Whereas in terms of mass and density, if you want to write this G value in terms of mass of the planet and the density rho, we can write it as from this formula we can write this equation as r cube is equal to, we can write it as 3 by 4 pi into rho into capital M, from which r square we can write it as 3m by 4 pi into rho whole power 2 by 3. Therefore, the expression for G can be written as G is equal to G capital M by 3 capital M by 4 pi into rho whole power 2 by 3, from which we can express it as, so G into M power, so 1 minus 2 by 3 which can be equal to 1 by 3 into rho power 2 by 3, which is, we can write it as of G is approximately directly proportional to M power 1 by 3 into rho power 2 by 3. So from these expressions, the acceleration due to gravity of the planet does not depend upon size, shape and mass of the object, but it depends upon the mass of the planet or the radius of the planet, or simply mass and density of the planet or density and mass of the planet. It depends, acceleration due to gravity depends upon the mass and radius of the planet. It does not depend upon the object. So size, shape and the radius of the object and mass of the object, it does not depend, simply it depends upon the mass and radius of the planet, right? So now what happens to the value of G if if the object is placed at a higher altitude? That means if this object is placed at a height h from the surface of the planet, does the value of the G remain same or does it changes? So let us see. Okay students, now let us see the acceleration due to gravity below and above the surface of the earth. So let us see what happens to the G when it is taken from the surface of the earth. So if the object is taken from the surface of the earth, for that let us consider a planet whose mass is m and let r is the capital R is the radius of the planet, and from surface of the earth let the object is at a height of, let it be taken to a height of h. So this h is the height from which the object is taken from the surface of the planet. So from here, so this is the height h. So from the center of mass of the planet, that is the center of the planet, it is equal to r plus h, right? So the gravitational force between the planet and the object is given by gravitational force F is equal to G into capital M is the mass of the planet and small m is the radius of the planet divided by the radius or the distance between the two particles or the two masses whose the center of mass is separated by a distance r plus h. So here we need to take r plus h whole square, right? here we should not take r square because the distance of separation between the two particles, here the particle or the object and the planet, here the planet has center of mass at its center, so from center to the object the distance is r plus h, so we have to write r plus h whole square. So which this force is equal to the weight acting on this particle, that is equal to m into gh, which is equal to g capital M small m by r plus h whole square. Here m and m get cancelled, so gh is equal to g capital M by r plus h whole square is the expression for acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the planet at a height h. Right, in terms, if you want to write this expression in terms of acceleration due to gravity of the planet, then we know that small g is equal to capital G into capital M by r square, so which is the expression for acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the planet. So from here g into r square can be written as capital G into m. So in terms of g into m we can write it as gr square, so gh is equal to g r square by r plus h whole square, whose expression can be rewritten as gh is equal to g into r by r plus h whole square. So this is the another expression for the acceleration due to gravity of the planet at a height h from the surface of the planet, which can be written as gh is equal to g into r by r plus h whole square. Right, for smaller heights, so let us see what will be the expression for smaller heights. So for smaller heights, that is if r is much greater than h, so the expression can be written as gh is equal to g into r plus h by r whole power minus 2. Can write this equation as like this, and from which g at a height h is equal to g into r by r plus h by r whole power minus 2, here r one time, so gh is equal to g into 1 plus h by r whole power minus 2. So according to the binomial theorem, we know that 1 plus x whole power n is equal to 1 plus nx if x is much less than 1. If x is much less than 1, we can rewrite the expression of 1 plus x power n is equal to 1 plus nx according to the binomial theorem. So similarly, this expression can be rewritten as gh is equal to g into 1 plus the power is minus 2 into h by r. This expression can be only written if h by r is much less than 1. So it can be rewritten as gh is equal to g into 1 minus 2h by r. So for smaller height, the expression for acceleration due to gravity at a height h from the surface of the planet can be written as gh is equal to g into 1 minus 2h by r. So from this expression gh is equal to gm by r plus h whole square, we came to an idea that this acceleration due to gravity decreases if the height increases. As we go upon from the surface of the planet, that means if the h value increases, the acceleration due to gravity will decrease. So from this expression also you can notice that r by r plus h whole square. As the value of h increases, so the total value will get decreases. So it is maximum on the surface of the planet. As we go upon the surface of the planet, the acceleration due to gravity will be decreased. Okay, so this is the topic regarding the what is the value of acceleration due to gravity at a height h from the surface of the planet. So by using these mathematical expressions, we can calculate the value of acceleration due to. Okay, students, now let us see the what is the variation of g if we go below the surface of the planet. So let us consider this is the planet. This is a planet whose mass is m. Let m is the mass of the planet, and this is the center of the planet, and r is the radius of the planet. Now if we keep or if we go and place an object which is at a distance d from the surface of the planet, so let us keep an object here at a depth d from the surface of the planet, then what is the acceleration due to gravity? So that we need to calculate. So here let us consider an imaginary sphere whose radius is equal to r minus d, whose radius is equal to r minus d, and whose mass is equal to, let it be, ms, shrinked mass, right? So for the gravitational force between this planet and the object can be rewritten as, so gravitational force is equal to g into mass of the planet. So we need to consider the mass of the planet. We should not consider the total mass of the planet, but we need to consider only the mass of this surface, which is equal to ms into mass of the object small m divided by distance between the center of two center of masses is r minus d whole square, right? So we need to first calculate what is the shrinked mass. So that is equal to, we know that mass is equal to volume into density rho. So mass is equal to, capital M is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. As 4 by 3 is constant, pi is constant, and rho is constant, so this mass m is directly proportional to r cube. So ms by m is equal to r minus d whole cube by r cube. We can rewritten as in this manner. So from which ms can be written as m into r minus d whole cube divided by r cube. So by substituting the value of ms here and the gravitational force, the weight acting on this body can be written as weight is equal to m into g at a depth d. So small m into g at a depth d is nothing but the gravitational force, which is equal to g into ms. ms can be written as m into r minus d whole cube by r cube into mass of the object divided by r cube, r minus d whole square, right? Here small m gets cancelled, so gd is equal to g, and here square and cube gets cancelled, so gm into r minus d by r cube can be written as r square into r. So we know that small g is equal to gm by r square. So gd is equal to, in terms of this gm by r square, we can write small g into r minus d by r. So this GD is equal to G into 1 minus d by r. You can write it as GD is equal to G into 1 minus d by r is the expression for the acceleration due to of gravity of the planet acting on an object when we go to a depth d. Right. So from this expression we can see that this acceleration due to gravity will decreases if we go depth from the surface of the planet. At the center of the planet, that is the depth is equal to radius. So here 1 minus r by r, which is nothing but 0. So acceleration due to gravity will be 0. So g at the center of the planet is equal to 0. So as we go on to the depth towards the center of the planet, the acceleration due to gravity will be decreasing. It is maximum at the surface of the planet. So this is the mathematical expression for the acceleration due to gravity below the surface of the earth. Okay students, now let us see the graphical representation of variation of g below the depth or below the surface of the earth at a depth d or above the surface of the planet at a height h. So here you can see the graph along the x-axis. So the x-axis represents the distance from the center of the earth. So that is where the object is kept. So the distance between the object and the center of the earth. Along the y-axis we represent the acceleration due to gravity. So the mathematical expression for the acceleration due to gravity at a depth d is equal to g into r minus d by r. So here r minus d is nothing but, so gd is equal to g by r into r minus d is nothing but, we can write it as small r, where the small r represents the distance of the object from the center. So therefore as g is constant, r is constant, this GD, acceleration due to gravity at a depth d, is directly proportional to the r, which is the distance from the center of the mass or the center of the planet to the object. So as it is directly proportional, you can see here the graph is from 0 to, that is r value from 0 to capital R, radius of the planet, that is to the surface of the planet. It is linearly increasing as it is directly proportional. Here GD is directly proportional to the R. So you can see the graph from 0 to R is equal to capital R, that is the radius of the planet. It is linearly increasing. At the surface of the planet, that when small r is equal to capital R, the value of GD is equal to G, which is the maximum value of acceleration due to gravity. You can see the point there, right? Similarly, at a g value at a height h, the expression is g into r by r plus h whole square, which we can write it as gh is equal to gr square by r plus h can be written as r square, where r is the distance between the object and the center of the earth. So as g and r are constant, gh is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. So the graph is as shown there. As g is proportional to 1 by r square, it is decreasing. So that means if we go from the surface of the planet to a height h, as we go on up, the acceleration due to gravity will be decreasing. As we go up, the r value will be go on increasing. As the r value increases, gh will be decreases. So from all this, at the center of the planet, acceleration due to gravity is 0, and at surface and at the surface of the planet G will be maximum, and if we go above the surface of the planet or below the surface of the planet, G will be decreasing. G will be decreasing. As we go upwards or downwards, the acceleration due to gravity will be decreasing. So this is the graphical representation of the acceleration due to gravity as it goes from height h above the surface of the planet or below the surface of the planet. Right? Okay, students, now let us see the variation of G with latitude. Suppose if we consider a planet like this, so this is nothing but the equator, and this one, both here represent poles. So the planet will be revolving in this manner, right? So now what happens to the value of G when it comes to the equator and when it will come to the poles? So variation here, let us see the variation of G with latitude. So for that, let us consider the particle is here or the object is here. So which is at an angle of phi. Let phi is the angle and r is the radius. So to consider the pseudo force, there is a centripetal force acting in this manner. So Fc, which is equal to mr omega square. So in this direction, as it is phi, it is also phi. It is Fc cos phi, and the weight of the body acts towards the center of the earth, that is mg. So there is a resultant mg phi. There is a change in latitude. So from this expression, so from this diagram, we can write it as m into g phi is equal to mg minus Fc cos phi. Fc is nothing but the centripetal force. So mg phi is equal to mg minus mr omega square. Here r is nothing but the capital R, radius of the planet, cos phi. So mg phi, here m can be taken common. So m into g minus r omega square cos phi. Here m and m get cancelled. So g phi is equal to g minus r omega square cos phi. So the value of G, acceleration due to gravity, changes with change in latitude. So if it is at equator, the value of G will be G phi is equal to, at equator the phi value will be 0. So G minus r omega square cos phi is nothing but cos 0. Cos 0 value 1 is 1. So G phi is equal to G minus r omega square. So at equator, the value of acceleration due to gravity will be slightly less, as it is G minus r omega square. Now at poles, this phi value will be 90 degrees. So as it is at pole, this phi value increases, it will be 90 degrees. So the expression will be G phi is equal to G minus r omega square cos phi. Phi is 90 degrees, cos 90. The value of cos 90 is 0. So G phi will be equal to G. Therefore, at poles, the value of the acceleration due to gravity will be maximum. When you come to the equator, it will be decreasing, slightly less than from the poles. So at equator G is equal to G minus R omega square, whereas at poles G phi is equal to G. So the variation of G with the latitude can be, the mathematical expression will be like this: G phi is equal to G minus R omega square cos phi. So this is the what we call it as acceleration due to gravity. So students, in this session we have discussed what is meant by acceleration due to gravity, what are the factors affecting the acceleration due to gravity, how we can calculate the value of acceleration due to gravity, the relation between small g and capital G, and variation of G with height and variation of G with the depth, the graphical representation of the acceleration due to gravity, and the variation of G with latitude. Hope you all understand this session. Thank you for watching.